I can't believe Modern Warfare 2 is doing this again. What's up guys, welcome back. Today we're talking about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the beta. Yes, we have news on the beta. I am a little late, so you guys probably already know the dates. Let's just go through it real quick. You guys aren't here to hear the news or anything because obviously you probably already heard it by now. Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer beta doesn't have an official release date, but Rouse Valve has suggested that PlayStation players are going to get access to the beta, the multiplayer beta, between September 15th to the 19th, and then the open beta taking place between September 22nd and the 26th. Again, let's just chop it up. Yeah, these are leaks. These might not be accurate. And yeah, well, I mean, there might be an alpha. We don't know, right? There's a ton of things in the air, but I figured I'd go through those dates at least so you guys have some value out of this video. But now let's talk about my thoughts on it. You know, just what I kind of want in a beta, what I kind of expect in a beta, and whether or not you should get this game, kind of. Let's talk about that as well. Before I get more into it, as always, if you enjoy the content, leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Okay, we're really close to 7,300 subscribers, on our way to 8K. Hopefully we hit 10K by the end of the year. That's kind of the goal. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and let's keep it going. So it's not a surprise that PlayStation players are going to get the access to the beta earlier, as there is an agreement. It's kind of interesting how Microsoft now has the, I don't want to say they have Call of Duty, but they have access to Blizzard, I believe, whatever. Microsoft bought Activision, that whole big deal, right? That was like a couple months back now. That was a huge deal. I think it happened in like April or something, some random morning, maybe March. And yeah, it was a big deal. But unfortunately, I think that partnership or whatever is not taking place until the next year, maybe even a year after that. So for this year, at the end of 2022 here, we're still going to be seeing PlayStation exclusives. Now, let me get on a bit of a rant here. All right, I think console exclusivity in terms of like betas or private demos or anything like that, it needs to go away. Okay, nobody enjoys it. PlayStation people don't care that Xbox don't have it. Xbox and PC obviously miss out on a lot, and it just hurts sales. I feel like why cut off 2/3 of the player base potentially of what you could be having, and maybe not even give it to them until later. Not that it's they're not having it, because like I said, we're gonna have an open beta between the 22nd and 26th, but it's why make people wait? I guess I get why they're making people wait, right? They want the hardcore fans to be on PlayStation. I get it, but at the end of the day, I feel like in this day and age, nobody's going out and purchasing a PlayStation for the sole fact of playing this early, right? You probably already have a PlayStation 4 if you have a PlayStation, and if you do, you're probably not going to load up a beta on that old 10-year-old machine. That's not going to happen, right? And if you do, the graphics are not going to be very forgiving. And if you have a PlayStation 5, you're obviously not buying another PlayStation 5. You're not obviously playing on PC or whatever, so you're probably gonna just end up playing on PlayStation 5. So it really changes nothing, right? If you're an Xbox player, if you're a PC player, maybe if you really care, you're gonna borrow a PlayStation from a buddy or dig one up out of your garage or something like that. But you're not going out and purchasing one. Maybe you are, and then returning it to Best Buy later. All right, it's kind of a dick move. I guess you could do it, but I don't recommend it. Don't be that guy that's just doing that kind of shady stuff. All right, don't be that dude. So like I said, I just don't get the point of exclusivity. Maybe some hardcore people oh hey, we have PlayStation Pride or whatever. No one really cares at the end of the day. All right, go get a life, go touch grass. Nobody cares what console you're on, what kind of machine you play on. Nobody cares, okay? You have to get over yourself if you care about that. As far as the beta goes, I've seen a lot of criticism of people saying hey, why are we getting a beta in September and then the game's launching at the end of October? That's not enough time to make changes. And for that reason, I kind of agree. I think a lot of people are going to say oh, hey, it's just a demo, it's not going to, we're not going to have any major changes or anything like that. And I think there might be small changes that they do end up fixing. Kind of if there's no UAV, or there's certain out of map glitches, or a certain gun is overpowered, those kind of things, they can change within 4 weeks, right? But if you don't like a map, if you don't like, I don't know, how the gun sounds or something like that, those big things, those are not going to change, right? As far as maps go, that's the biggest thing that I'm going to look forward to in a beta, right? For instance, back in Modern Warfare 2019, when those maps initially launched and I had to play Azure Cave, Piccadilly, whatever, Gun Runner and stuff like that in the beta, I can tell right away if I'm going to like the map, and based on how many maps I do like, that pretty much dictates how much I'm going to like the game. For the most part. Now, I will say Vanguard, I didn't hate any maps, but I also didn't really love any maps. And so I've always had kind of like a mixed feeling when it comes to Call of Duty Vanguard. When it comes to Black Ops Cold War, I definitely did not enjoy as many maps as I probably should have. And so for those reasons, at least for launch, right? Later on, we got a lot of better maps from DLC as remasters, but obviously at launch we didn't really get a whole lot. So let's just put it out there, right? As far as launch goes, we didn't get good Cold War maps, we didn't get good Modern Warfare maps. You could argue we didn't get good Vanguard maps, but at least they weren't bad maps in Vanguard. I'll say that. So for me personally, right, that's what you guys probably care about. I'm looking forward to the maps. I want to see how the maps are. I want to see how the gun sounds. But at the end of the day, they're not going to change any of that stuff, right? The things that they're going to change is what the vocal community on Twitter is going to make them change anyway, right? If you don't like a certain perk balance, everyone's going to complain about it. Everyone's going to tweet the developers. And guess what? They're probably going to change it. If they're smart, if they're smart, they're going to change it. If they're dumb, like Vanguard devs, they're going to wait 6 months and then change it and then wonder why nobody's playing the game. I mean, that's just Vanguard devs. I don't know if Infinity Ward's even smarter than that. Hopefully they are. What I really want out of a beta is for them to actually listen. And I will give credit to Sledgehammer for this. They actually listened to a lot of the changes between the Vanguard beta and when it launched. I specifically remember the launch of the game, aside from lobby joining and stuff like that, was actually not bad because a lot of the big problems we addressed as a community were changed, were tweaked from the beta, and you could easily tell that between the PlayStation beta to the Xbox beta, all the way up to the launch of the game. You could tell hey, there was a change here, there was a big change here, there's a perk change here. You could tell, and I appreciated that. The main reason that's big is because it shows that they're capable and it shows that they're willing to actually listen. I feel like there's nothing worse than a developer who just chooses not to listen, right? They probably see all the fan feedback on Twitter, Reddit, all that stuff, and they just basically choose not to. They just basically go hey, I don't care about you. You know what I'm saying? They just don't care and they just do whatever. All in all, I'm not saying I'm excited about Modern Warfare 2 or anything, but when it comes out, of course I'm going to get it. Of course I'm going to make videos on it. It's my channel after all. And I got to make, not a livelihood, but I got to make content on it because that's how channels are going to grow, right? I'm really hoping for the best for this game. It's not in my best interest or your favorite YouTuber's interest for this game to be bad, right? It just doesn't make any logical sense because obviously a bad game means less views. See Cold War and Vanguard, and obviously we're struggling, right? My channel was doing really well at the start of Cold War when people cared about it. And then near the end of Cold War and beginning of Vanguard, and I guess all of Vanguard, basically no one ended up caring about the game, and so no one cares about the channel, and obviously that leads to people quitting and stuff like that. It's just not healthy overall for an ecosystem if everyone just ends up quitting on YouTube and just no one watches it, right? It's just bad overall. So it's obviously my best interest, and I'm hoping for a good beta, hoping for a good game, but of course we'll have to see. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, what you thought of the video, what you think about the beta. Are you excited for it? Are you going to pre-order because of the beta? All that good stuff. Also, while you're down there, let me know what console you play on. Do you play on Xbox, PC, or PlayStation? And yeah, hope you guys have a good rest of the day. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. And again, thanks so much for watching. Have a great one. Peace out.